Top 10 Most Expensive Bikes in the World. Hello and welcome to the Jack's Top 10. Bikes are a need for many of us, as it is one of the cheapest and useful ways of transport in this world. Have you ever wondered what the most expensive bikes in this world would cost? So in this video, we bring you the list of the top 10 most expensive bikes in the world. Without any further ado, let's get straight into the topic. Number 10. NCR Leggera 1200 Titanium Special, $140,000. At the foot of the list, we have the NCR Leggera, a perfect fit for how NCR takes and then improves Ducati models. The Leggera is based on the Ducati Hypermotard, albeit with the titanium trellis outer frame, Zard silencers, Öhlins suspension that is fully adjustable, and a Brembo braking system. Fun fact, Leggera means lightweight in English, and it lives up to the name by weighing only about 149 kilos. NCR's trust that everything can be enhanced upon made lighter and pack more performance rings as true today as when Mike Halewood rode a Ducati 900 NCR to victory in the year 1978 Formula One World Championship at the Isle of Man. If there is one thing that describes the NCR, it is weight, especially the lack thereof. When a company is fixed at the hip to the Poggio Group, specialists in components and fasteners made from exotic metals such as titanium, magnesium, and aeronautics-grade aluminium for Formula One and MotoGP racing. Light is the compulsory mantra. Number 9. Icon Sheene, $160,000. A series dedicated to the legendary British racer, widely known in the motorcycle racing world, made by a British-based motorcycle manufacturing company, is something we all love to see. And that's exactly what the Icon Sheene is about. A turbocharged 1400cc Suzuki 4-cylinder engine screams power if not anything else. The design of the bike, coupled with the fact that only 52 of them will ever be made, are points that warrant it having such a high price. And it's having a place on this list. Icon Motorcycle revealed the Sheene Superbike at the Goodwood Festival of Speed, with a top speed of 200 miles per hour. Sheene is the most dominant production motorcycle in the world. It will feature a custom-made tubular aluminium frame, a fuel tank made from hand-beaten aluminium, and a hand-laid carbon fiber panels body. Number 8. MTT Y2K Superbike, $185,000. Discovery Channel has a sure soft spot for this engineering piece, naming it as one of the greatest motorcycles made, which can only be described as astonishing. The bike is a monster, being able to run on anything from diesel to kerosene and even jet fuel, as can be expected from the fact that the engine was made for the use of helicopters. The price of the Superbike is also high as the performance is, and the owners would have to spend a lot of money to buy it. Number 7. NCR M16, $232,000. As if the Desmosedisi RR wasn't enough of a menace, barely legal for the road, the NCR engineers decided that wasn't enough and came up with even more of an impressive specimen, the NCR M16. The Desmosedisi RR wasn't anything heavy, but compared to the NCR M16, it sure seems as if it was. The NCR M16 is at a shocking weight of 145 kilograms, making it look like the Desmosedi went on a big diet. Number 6. Ecose Titanium Series Fati XX, $300,000. For anyone that just wants to take this out for a small ride, don't. This is not something that should be used by casual riders, and the 2409cc Belay engine should convince you of it. The weight has been worked on, with materials like carbon fiber and titanium having been used to make the bike as lightweight as it can be. The saddle is also a thing of beauty, being the creation of the Italian luxury leather maker Berluti. All those luxuries have got to amount to something, and that leads to the bill being about $300,000. The most luxurious motorcycle in the world, though, is this, the Ecose Titanium Series Fati XX. No cost has been spared. The finest materials are used throughout, including a titanium chassis and exhaust system, carbon fiber wheels, and a Berluti-made leather seat. Number 5. Yamaha Roadstar Nehmesis, $500,000. BMS Chopper, a motorcycle customization company, looked at the Yamaha Roadster and deemed it worthy of an upgrade, making the Yamaha Roadster Nehmesis come to life. While pretty impressive by itself, the Roadster is a lot inferior compared to the gold-plated Nehmesis. That just doesn't look menacing. It also has a pretty stylish name. The origin is pretty simple. The guys at BMS Chopper decided to name the Roadster's modified version after their owner, whose name is Sam Nehme. With just a little more characters, Nehme became Nehmesis, and is now one of the most expensive bikes in the world. Number 4. AJE E95 Porcupine, $675,000. Having great success in the first half of the 20th century, AJE only manufactured 4 AJE E95 Porcupines. The bikes were 500cc with an aluminium alloy frame and can be thought of as a British racing history piece. The E95 Porcupine is a vintage creation, and its rarity, along with the fact that it's a creation of AJE, makes its price reasonable. As initially designed, the E90S was to be supercharged with the blower mounted above the gearbox and driven by the clutch. The supercharger's failure made that the design was compromised, lacking sufficient flywheel effect, causing trouble with magneto failure. The main initial change was to reduce the valve angle to 90 degrees for a more compact combustion chamber. It had rubber-mounted twin GP carburetors inclined at 49 degrees, with a strange float tank system used rather than float bowls. Plain bearings were used for the big end bearings and the center main bearings. The outer main bearings were rollers. One problem cited for the engine is the use of non-parallel valves with conventional rockers. The 1947 model engine was mostly made of alloy, but, as a trial, the head was cast in silver for increased thermal efficiency. Due to silver's softness, it had to be alloyed to make it tough enough for racing use. By the time this was attained, the thermal efficiency gains were lost, and the trial was discarded. Number 3. Log Jensen Goldfinger, $850,000. With the 1807cc engine that produces 90 horsepower at 3200 rpm, you can argue that there's not much to warrant the extremely high price that the Log Jensen Goldfinger goes for. That would be the case, and there wouldn't be many who would disagree, if not for the fact that Log Jensen thought that it would be a good idea to cover the entire bike with gold plating, with diamonds studded in it. This was in line with the simple concept that if luxury was more in sight, it would be better selling, and frankly, there's nothing wrong with that. Number 2. Cosmic Starship, Harley Davidson, $1 million. A normal Harley, just amounting up to a fraction of what the modified version costs, was the test subject of what would happen if anything was made a work of art. The Harley was converted into rather an excellent piece by the artist Jack Armstrong, who has his own unique style, and thus the Cosmic Starship was created, a bike which has a way higher price than a Harley. Number 1. Medusa, more than $1 million. The most expensive bike on this list, the Medusa, isn't something you would bet on as an item with the price being above $1 million. It's probably the style, but it looks like something that would be found in a motorcycle graveyard, even though much of its weight in gold and its frame amounting to more than $1 million alone. Like the engine, suspension, etc. aren't that impressive. The Medusa was inspired by the actual mythological creature Medusa, but in real amazes many people. Here we come to the end of the video. I hope you liked this video. If so, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you never miss any videos. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. Thanks for watching.